All right, so your audience's actions are influenced by many elements. We're on page 2 now, including demographics, lifestyle, social, cultural, health, natural, economic, infrastructural, legal, scientific, technological, political, media, business, and competitive factors. How do you or will you reach each of these successfully? It's messy out there with lots of people, ideas, events, and other factors that affect your ability to be heard. You must understand who they are and then identify those who can leverage as partners and get rid of the ones who are dead ends. Oftentimes I find nonprofits, especially fundraising people within a nonprofit, wasting too much time chasing after people who don't want to be involved. They don't return your phone calls, they don't respond to your emails. The point of sale in the sales world is 8 to 12 points of communication. But that's communication, it's reciprocated, it's on both sides. If you're constantly reaching out to somebody, a potential business partner or a new sponsor or donor, and they don't reply back, that's a sign. You should read it. Move on. Don't waste your time following people who don't want to be involved. There's a low-hanging fruit, and they will present themselves, and you have to understand who those are. And they're within a circle that's your core. The first people who are your low-hanging fruit are the constituents of your parish. The parents of the children that you serve, or the children of the aging that you serve, or many people who are already a part of what you do. They're already here. You just need to ask them. Don't go out and do what we call as cold calling, where you're just blanketing the community, hoping that, again, spaghetti will stick to the wall. You must understand who they are. The better you understand who you're targeting, the better your chances of harnessing them to work in your favor. So like I said, go for the low-hanging fruit. Let's look a little bit deeper into these different demographics so you can understand better. Lifestyle. Is your audience short on time? Maybe you're focused on a family that's young or retired. The type of life that they live affects their values as well as their driving habits. Social and cultural. What social and cultural expectations and trends affect them? How can you influence them? Economic. People care about their wallets, especially now more than ever. We've seen a decline in donations nationwide, but the good news is for all of you is that faith-based nonprofits are still at the top of the list as far as people who are donating. And the other thing that you all should understand is that private donations are still the #1 fund generator for all nonprofits. It's probably about 70, somewhere in the 70% as far as the amount of money that's driven annually for nonprofits. So again, it's about people who you know, people who know people, and about those important relationships. Back to economics. So for example, the cost of gas can affect driving habits and choices to participate. So for example, Flora is not going to drive up here once a week from Kendall to participate in a program. But Pat, George, and Lois all live right here. Of course they're going to be here because it's right down the street from where they live. It's their backyard. Technological. They may need access to more technology or the ability to understand how to use it, typical of older demographics. So direct mail is still a positive way to reach out to your older constituents because they're still not completely up to speed with Facebook and email and Twitter and all those online techniques that we've been using as we are targeting as well younger generations. So how many of you in here, because you do meet that little bit of an older demographic, are savvy with technology? You have Facebook pages and Twitter accounts. Okay, good, that's great. I just spent some time with my aunt who is, she's 68 and she can do email fine. She's probably on it once a week, but Facebook still just plagues her. I just don't understand it. So again, you have to understand how you're marketing to all the different demographics within your parish. If you're talking about targeting your high school, college age kids, it's got to be online. That's the only way to reach them. Political, major influencer for nonprofits. It can help or hurt you. So you just need to understand how your potential sponsors or donors or volunteers feel politically about anything you may be doing that could help or hurt you. It's an election year, so oftentimes members of the local government are up for election. They're looking for ways to put their name in the news and to support the community. So sometimes approaching them at this time of year is a great thing to do because they're looking for votes. They're looking for PR campaigns and ways to pat themselves on the back for all the good that they do for the community. The media, keeping up with what the media are following can uncover new prospects or build relationships with existing ones. How many of you keep up with what's happening in the nonprofit industry regularly? Like philanthropy.com, newsletters, and things like that. I would expect the two of you to, yeah. Anybody else? No, okay. Businesses, who are your best partners that share your vision? Have you ever looked in your community here or wherever you're, Miami Beach or Kendall or Pompano, to understand what businesses are like-minded with you? What have they supported in the past? Who have they sponsored in the past? Is there an opportunity for you to request a coffee meeting just to talk to them? Hey, we live in the same neighborhood. We're here together. Can we just meet and just chat? I mean, you don't have to ask them for anything right off the bat, but just start a relationship, start a dialogue, because again, it's about building relationships. You wouldn't ask a stranger that you just met to travel away with you for the weekend, but somebody that you've known for 3 to 6 months might be on board with something like that. So again, it's about building those relationships. And your competition, understanding who else is out there that can help you is maybe able to strike an alliance for the greater good. So Cheryl, I believe, correct? Yes, she talked about collaboration and looking to other churches to help her. That's a great thing. And if you're in the grant writing process, grants are being given to organizations that are collaborating now more than ever. So it's really savvy of you to start trying to find partners who are like-minded, that the two of you are not, maybe you're competing against each other, but you're far enough away from each other that it won't be detrimental, but that you can at least get funds that you both need. Just make sure you work out, the specifics very, very well. But the other thing is that you may be able to help each other. So maybe there's a group that's offering a shuttle service, and maybe there's a church who needs shuttle service because their constituents can't come to the program because they don't have a way there. So how can you partner with each other, and then how can you reap the benefits of that?